What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead, as we finally know a somewhat release date, and we also have some screenshots to show you guys as well. I covered these on Twitter as soon as we heard about them yesterday, but as YouTube goes, it does take a little bit of time for me to get a video out. So if you guys do want to be updated as quickly as news comes, and you do want to follow more of my YouTube channel, then I recommend you check out the Twitter at ConmanBrady. Link is in the description. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the first picture with Clementine and Luke. Now, if you guys do remember, Luke was one of the two people who found Clementine when she was bitten by the dog. It was Luke and Pete. They're both friends. They're both part of the cabin group, and they actually found Clementine. Now, with that in mind, Luke did get a little hostile and distrusted Clementine when Clementine was saying it was a dog bite. He thought it was a zombie bite, and that kind of brought some early distrust between the two of them. And then once they actually put Clementine in the cabin for a little while, and then they found out that it was indeed a actual dog bite and not a zombie bite, Luke was a little more friendly. He was actually one of the most friendly people out of the group, which is kind of good to see them two together. Regardless of what's happening, if they're separated from the group, Luke is a good person for Clementine to be with. Now, one thing I also want to point out that people may have missed depending on what you played out in the story and the decisions you made, after it's been discovered that Clementine's bite is indeed from a dog, you actually sit down and Luke brings you food and things like that. That's what everyone had. He was just offering her food. And speaking of Nick's mother, now when he asks about Clementine's past, if you directly state that, hey, my parents are dead, Luke does the same and says his parents are dead. So you may have missed that depending on what happened to your story, but just a little background information. Both of them are going through similar situations. Luke's parents are dead, and so are Clementine's. Another important thing is listed at the bottom. It says hashtag The Walking Dead Season 2 Episode 2 to arrive in early March. Now, what this basically means in my mind is, hey, the game's coming within the next 20 days. And I say the next 20 because the beginning of March is really until March 10th-ish. Once you get after that, it becomes kind of mid-March, that March 15th range. So I think it'll be coming probably that first or maybe even into that second week of March, but most likely the first week of March. We'll know the release date sooner. Most likely it'll be in that official launch trailer that will be coming probably next week, I'd imagine, the official launch trailer that they mentioned there as well. So let's go ahead and move on to the next picture here, which you guys can see is Clementine and a zombie. And once again, in the description, you can see hashtag The Walking Dead Season 2 Episode 2 A House Divided. Look out for a new trailer arriving next week. So once again, next week the trailer will be coming, and then the game will be coming before March 10th most likely. So moving on to the next picture, you guys can see here right away, let's jump to the description where it says hashtag The Walking Dead Season 2 Episode 2 A House Divided. Look out for a new trailer arriving next week. Hashtag I am Clementine. You guys can see that in the description. They said the trailer's coming next week, so sometime between Monday and Friday of the next week. We should expect a trailer, and then once again March 10th as the release date, or before March 10th for the game. So with that in mind, let's also talk about the picture you guys can see here. Clementine stabbing a zombie with this metal pipe or piece of a branch or whatever it is. You can see also the background. Again, it's kind of that like bridge that you can see from the last image where Luke was with Clementine. So they're on this bridge type situation. You can see the forest in the background. They're definitely not at the house anymore, which we knew they had left based on the last trailer, which if you guys haven't seen, I recommend you check out in the link in the description. Now, it is kind of interesting that she's stabbing this woman zombie. I was trying to see who the zombie was and see if it's a character from the past, and the only two people that I think it could be is either Joyce, who was one of the cancer patients from Crawford, so it could be Joyce. Not sure about that though. It looks somewhat similar to Joyce, or it could be Dee, and I don't think it's Dee because Dee, I don't think, died with that outfit on, if I remember correctly, but that's kind of off the top of my head. It could be Dee, could not be Dee. Not 100% sure on that, but either Dee or Joyce could be one of those, or just could be a random zombie and I'm overthinking it. So that's all we have for you guys today. Stay tuned. Of course, we will have the full trailer uploaded to the channel, and I'll keep you guys posted on Twitter, of course, as well as we hear more for the most current news. So I recommend you check that out as well. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't seen any of my other Walking Dead coverage, I recommend you check it out. We've covered everything about who's alive, who's dead from 400 days from Season 1. We haven't done Season 2 yet because Season 2 isn't finished yet. We also have stuff about Carver and the trailers, everything you guys can imagine. So check out that. Links in the description for everything. Thanks for watching. Till next time, peace, and here is the outro.